An 80 rated angle is what we start off with. We have El Generico here, and he says that ignore the news about his contract signing with WWE. That doesn't matter. What matters is his third PWG World title reign. And, well, over the last, I would say, 4 months, there's been 3 real stables that have caused an issue to him and the whole PWG locker room in the past. And he figured that one of their leaders is going to want a world title match. So, Undisputed Era, Lifeblood, and EWA. The 3 of you choose one guy. I already know who Undisputed is. To have a triple threat. Winner of that, get the world title match next week. Plain and simple. Lifeblood, you've said you've been overlooked. Here's your opportunity. EWA, you guys got two of the 3 belts. Why don't you come get the last one? And Undisputed, you're really not good enough for another world title reign, mate. Maybe you should give Kyle a turn. Just saying. So yeah, a really good angle there from El Generico to start off the show. We move off to Zack Sabre Jr. making the 4th defense of his PWG TV title against Fabian Aichner in a 55 rated match, which isn't that bad. Zack's getting a lot better. We then have Dusty Rhodes beating Kenny Omega with a Lone Star State of Mind. This is Dustin Rhodes' debut, and the company gets 59, which is really good. Yeah, and Kenny got a 68, which is... Kenny's really good as well, by the way. I've been told backstage and those little things many times that he's a future star. But, yes, Dustin Rhodes on this occasion does get the win in a 67 rated match against Kenny Omega. And then move on to the Super Smash Bros. Beating the Rock Ness Monsters. Player Uno. You know, they had a few 70 rated tag matches. He carries them to a 54, which is respectable. And 54 is respectable, after all. And we have the Young Bucks in the ring. And, you know, last time they faced each other was that Bowler semi-final. And tonight they wish each other best of luck. The winner is going to get a triple threat. And then win that. And then win Lifeblood, their first title. But, yeah. I guess after this match we'll know who the future PWG World Champion is. And, well, we have superb wrestling and great heat. The lack of psychology hurt a little bit, but Matt beats Nick with a worst case scenario. Nick got the 67. Matt got a bit of a 76. Matt's definitely the better Young Buck. Match should have been better. Probably should have scripted it. But, all in all, a good match. We then have the team of Abyss and Brody Lee beating Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. Brody Lee submitted Kyle O'Reilly. Brody was obviously the weak link. Well, 43 isn't that bad, but definitely the weak link in this kind of match. But, not too bad. A good mid-card match. 65 is good for the mid-card. We have Go Shiozaki taking on Hernandez. Hernandez beats Go by submission. Again, another 65, which is what we like to see. That's about what we're aiming for with the mid-card. Hopefully the main event doesn't fuck us up 3 weeks in a row. Speaking of the main event, Claudio and Chris Hero, the tag team champs, they have a similar speech to what the Young Bucks had, you know. These two haven't really faced off against each other in PWG. And they're wishing each other best of luck before their match to decide who will be in the triple threat tonight. When we have Chris Hero beating Claudio Castagnoli, their chemistry made it a great match. A 76, by the way. That really is a great match. Love to see 2 wrestlers going out there and putting on a banger. So we will have Chris Hero in the main event. And I put the wrong wrestler in, but that's okay. So we're wrestling here. Matt Jackson beat Claudio and Adam Cole. Oh, sorry, Nick Jackson. What the? Okay. So it turns out the loser of the 2 matches went to it, which is why the match didn't do as well. But, all in all, Nick Jackson, for some reason, gets the dub and will go on to face El Generico. But, you know, Three stable leaders, they eye each other. And then Imperium's music hits. And they're expecting to be jumped 4-3. But it's just Walter. Walter's at the top of the ramp. He says, "Look, everyone, we have a proposition. There's been 4 groups that have undisputedly been running all of PWG the last 4 months. Undisputed Era, Lifeblood, European Wrestling Alliance, and my boys, Imperium. So, the 4 of us have come to a bit of an agreement. No more individual little faction wars. Tonight, we become one. Say hello to the brand new World Order. That's right. The BNWO has been born. We get a 70, which is much better than the last 2 weeks, and maybe is enough to beat Ring of Honor. We'll wait and see. As we can see, we got a 70, and our highest viewers, 144,000, which is really good. The PWG network has come a long way. I think we have very small in America, and then tiny in like Mexico, Canada, and India. India because it was cheap and easy to add. So we're slowly getting up there. We don't really have many broadcast stations that want us. And unlike Ring of Honor, who we beat, okay, you go back to beating them in the show ratings, which is what we usually do. We usually do beat them in the show ratings, which is good. We're back to the winning ways. Viewer-wise, they got 470,000. But they have the backing of ESPN, while we have little old PWG network. But that's okay. A good show and back in the winning books, in my eyes at least, against Ring of Honor. So, a few things to learn from the brand new World Order. Not everyone can talk for 13 minutes. That's okay. We have a 50-rated segment over the show. The brand new World Order. Now, it is the whole stable, and I believe there's 15 of them. If off the top of my head, it is Kyle, Roderick, Adam Cole, Walter, Fabian Eichner, Tommy End, Axel, Claudio, Chris Hero, Zack Sabre Jr., Emil, Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson, Marty Scroll, and Sean Spears. So there's 15 of them, and you can look at 8 people. So I chose these 8. Adam, Walter, the Young Bucks, the Kings of Wrestling, Kyle, and Marty. And they're like, we're here to take over. The 15 of us are on one united front. And this united front is a spearhead against the rest of PWG, who don't support us, who don't believe, who don't support, who don't back the brand new World Order. The NWO it failed back in the 1990s. But the brand new World Order, we're unstoppable. So yeah, 50 rated angle. Probably should have been better. Next time I just choose who talks, not put everyone in. Then we have Zack Sabre Jr. in a great match, defeating Rocky Romero, and he makes his 5th defense of the PWG TV title. Like I said, the more over Zack Sabre Jr. gets, the better and better he's going to be. He's only recognizable, and he's playing for 72. I reckon if we got him to Star, he'll be high 80s. So yeah, great PWG TV title match. And then we have the first ever lot of teams of the brand new World Order. Sean Spears, Walter, and Emil take on Kushida and the Rock Ness Monsters. And then Walter hit Johnny Goodtime with a gotcha bomb. Again, some of these people aren't that good. Walter only got a 40 because he got injured for a while. Sean, never that good. Emil, 51. Yeah, not the greatest match for the brand new World Order, but it is making them look dominant. Then we have a promo where Adam Cole says, hey, wait. Hear me out, right? Next week, instead of just Nick facing it, or me, or Claudio, we all face it. You have Zack start the show, defend the title in some random match. And then we all face him in a gauntlet match. Back to back to back to back to back to back to back. And then the rest of the brand new world all look at each other and they nod. It's like, we will have that world title. We'll have to face each and every one of us. So again, probably shouldn't rank everyone in an angle. That's okay. 49, not the greatest, but you live and learn. 62 is a good match though. When the Young Bucks beat Player Uno and Player DOS, the Super Smash Bros. With a more bang for your buck. This match usually does better. But we had a few people off his game and Player Uno to get injured, but that's okay. 62 is, we take those. Then we have Roderick Strong beating Joey Ryan, with a Gibson driver. Roddy and Joey, both solid mid-card hands. Joey only gets 45, but we still book him, and we think he's better than he really is. And Roddy with 60. You'll love to see it. Then we have Marty Scroll beat Abyss with a graduation. Again, just getting Marty Scroll more over. Still, he got about 50. He got a 55, which is really good for Marty. And Abyss got a 52. 52? Okay. Yeah, 52. Which is pretty good. A solid mid-card match. Hoping that this could have got low 60s, but it's okay. So far, you've noticed that brand new world order have not ever lost a match yet. We have MVP. He's like, look, I don't know what the hell all this cult gang crap is. He wants to fight, and he wants for now. And then he loses. At least he would have lost. But the brand new world. Oh, I forgot to put this in. But the brand new world order did jump him. And then Kenny Omega decided that he would back up his friend. Kenny Omega did lose to Chris Hero. But it was a very good match. 70 from Chris, 72 from Kenny. Superb wrestling, good heat. Chris beat Kenny with a death blow. Kenny's getting really good, already. I can see why he was a former PWG World Champion. So yeah, he's definitely going to be one of the main guys to fight off against the brand new world order. And we have Hernandez beating Tommy End. Brand new world order suffer their first defeat by the hands of Hernandez, and then he gets jumped after the match by all 15 of them. And while the 15 of them are celebrating, El Generico's at the top of the ramp, the PWG World Champion. He says he heard about their plans to face him next week, and he says bring it on. But first off, he wants a 3v3 match. Me and some pals versus any 3 of you. Who are his pals? Dustin Rhodes and Matt Hardy. The 3 of them start walking to the ring for their match against the brand new world order. The main event gets a 77. Let's go. That's a great event. Superb wrestling and great heat. The brand new world order, the team of Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Claudio Castagnoli, defeated Dustin Rhodes, El Generico, and Matt Hardy. Adam Cole pinned Dustin Rhodes with Panama Sunset. El Generico carried the match though. Let's be honest. Claudio had a 70, Kyle had a 64, Adam had a 68, sorry. Matt Hardy had a 50 something, El Generico 88, 59 for Dustin. If you haven't noticed me doing this, it's because there's a crack in my screen right where all the ratings are. It's a very, very annoying crack, so sometimes I gotta move it. But yeah, great main event. Brand new world order stands on top. They get a 74. Surely that's enough to beat Ring of Honor. We had a 74, which is a great show. Brand new world order definitely going to help us in the ratings. And 146,000 viewers is our most ever viewers. Let's see how did Ring of Honor go. They got a 72, so they beat their show rating again. Their ESPN just gives us so many more viewers than us. But we're having better shows, which is good. The brand new world order, definitely a good sign.